Hello and welcome all. This series is How a Medic Thinks. Now the first thing you'll want to do is go into Advanced Options and scroll down to the class specific options and tick Injured Teammates automatically call out for help. What you set the bar to comes down to personal preference. You may also wish to tick the other two medic options. During setup time, you'll want to build up your Uber charge meter as well as overheal as many of your teammates as possible. In particular, you'll want to focus on soldiers, pyros, demos, and heavies. This does not mean you can ignore the other 5 classes as they need healing too. I immediately take cover due to the cricket pyro, Ubering the demo man. I look around for a new target and flip to a sniper. Nothing else is available. I briefly flip to the engineer there, then I select the scout. I quickly retreat back into spawn due to the risk of being pincered. Looking around, I spot a demo man needed heals. I grab him and we go out. He takes a headshot for me and I position myself out of sight of the sniper, healing whatever's valuable until I believe it is safe to make an attempt to cross. I decide to make my way to the cart. I avoid going into the trench as that is a death trap. I switch to the engineer who's just on fire before settling on the pyro. I continue to check my back as I'm worried for spies while we focus on taking down this sentry nest. The pyro dies and I flip to the engineer, as he's the only thing available at the moment. I stay to him till seeing the soldier and swap to him. I go back to the engineer to give him a brief heal before going back to the soldier again. I stay pocketed on the soldier as I wish to Uber him at the appropriate time. I keep checking my back for spies. I cop a shot from a sniper and pop Uber to avoid a second body shot. I bump a spy but don't have time to look for him. Healing the injured demo man, who gets headshot. I soon follow after. I look around on DefCam to gather information on the game stage. Respawning, I look around for people to heal. I flip to the sniper here, before continuing onwards and settling on the soldier up here, trying to avoid gunfire. I make a mistake here and decide to chase the sniper, getting myself into a terrible situation. I use the syringe gun as a deterrent before attempting to make an escape. Again, I am constantly checking my back for spies. I decide to swap to the demo man, however I accidentally fall into the trench. It is relatively safe at this stage of the game. Coming across a sniper, I begin to heal him as we make our way out of the trench. I soon spot a critically injured soldier and start healing him. I stay on him before swapping to a sniper, and then the injured demo man. Those who are injured should take priority. I bumped a spy, so I'm currently constantly checking my back. There he is, behind me. I attempt to gun him down, however he disappears. My job's not to chase him, it's to heal. Copping a shot from a sniper, I begin to retreat. I spot another spy and attempt to save a soldier. I lose them again. I pop Uber in order to keep myself alive, before finding a demo man to change it onto. I continue to pocket the demo man as I look around for potential spies and gather information. The demo man dies, and I whip out my syringe gun as a deterrent while retreating to my teammates. I continue to heal the valuable soldiers. An incoming Uber comes and I jump into the trench to hide and wait it out, whipping out my syringe gun in case of any potential enemies. I leave the trench once it's safe to do so and return to healing my teammates, focusing on high damage classes. I heal those on fire as they will take more damage. I give the sniper a quick heal while focusing back on soldiers. With my Uber ready, I plan to go in. However, I pop a second too late and am forced to switch to a new target. I take cover behind the cart to minimize damage. A heavy starts gunning me down, and I'm forced to position myself out of his sight. Unfortunately, I'm in a bad situation and have no choice but to risk crossing. After respawning, I begin to make my way to the front line, healing what I can. I spot an injured demo man and begin to heal him before hiding from the oncoming Uber and waiting it out. As a medic, your life is the most important. If you have to abandon your teammates in order to live, do so. I spot an injured soldier in the trench and I start healing him. I switch to this other soldier to give him a quick buff before going back to my target. Trying to stay out of enemy fire as much as possible. Be careful crossing here, as it is a major sniper sightline. I give the injured spy a quick heal. With my Uber ready, I push in, waiting for the right opportunity to use it. I cop a shot from a sniper and activate it as a precaution. This allows us to quickly clear up this area and quickly take control of the next point.
Hey boys!
The soldier seems to be having trouble with this engineer, so I pull out my bone saw to help. However, he quickly takes care of it. I return to healing him. Seeing two injured players, I make my way to them and quickly begin to heal. Another medic pops up on the scene. This is vital, as if he is critically injured, he takes top priority over everyone else. I hide behind the cart to assist with the cap. I see a spy and pull out my syringe gun to look for him. However, I'm unsuccessful. I quickly return to healing. It's important you avoid healing the same person as the other medics, as this slows the rate at which you build Uber. I continue to check my back for spies, and position myself out of the way of this heavy's fire. A pyro shows up and I quickly bail. I am continuing to focus on healing the critically injured. With my Uber ready, I charge the soldier and we go into their back line, wreaking havoc. I flip to the pyro to give him a brief heal before returning to the soldier. I bump a spy, but we are unable to find him. I continue to heal teammates that need healing.
Yeah.
I start healing this medic as he is critically injured before returning to the soldier. I see a spy. He cloaks and I begin to search for him, but I quickly return to healing. An engineer drops down, and with my target distracted, I'm forced to 1v1 him. Unfortunately, he got the best of me, and I died. I respawn and attempt to make it back to the front lines. However, we cap before we can get there. On to defense. I have made my way to the first capture point and waiting for the round to start. It doesn't particularly matter who you uber, as long as it's one of the 4 high damage output classes. I change heal targets, as I do not want to be healing the same soldier as our other medic. I bump a spy and pop uber. Once my Uber ends, I position myself out of sight of potential enemies. I try to avoid healing the same targets as our other medic, but there's not much options around.
Oh, not my teleporter.
I got your telly.
I hear a spy decloak and quickly kill him.
Thank you, whoever's fixed my teleporter. I love you.
I accidentally went to. I'm supposed to go back to the spot. Okay, guess I'm here now.
Everyone, we must stop that bomb!
Oh my god, kill streak!
I see a spy and proceed to gun him down. I circle around and give the engineer a quick heal. I proceed to stay here as I do not want to be caught out alone. I see a pyro and he begins to chase me. I'm forced to attempt to gun him down. Checking my back for pursuit. However, I am unable to make it to a health pack. After respawning, I proceed to make my way to the front lines alone. This is dangerous as if any enemies have gotten past, I will be in trouble. I also make the mistake of fiddling around with my weapons instead of having my syringe gun out in case of that possibility. Luckily, it all turns out well for me, and I make it to the front lines without any trouble. I proceed to heal my teammates, while looking for those who are critically injured. I soon get headshot by a sniper. After respawning, I take the teleporter this time as it is up and running. I begin to heal those on the other side, trying to position myself out of fire as much as possible.
Oh, yes.
I bump a spy but continue to heal my target. I go over to this engineer and get myself into a bad situation. I attempt to gun down the medic, however I am unsuccessful. After respawning, I proceed to make my way to the front, this time with a soldier, who's there to protect me.
We must stop that bomb!
However, we encounter nothing. I proceed to heal those at the front who are critically injured first, and position myself out of sight of the enemy.
Let them cap it.
But with time running short, they are desperate to cap. However, we are successful in stopping them. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps your aspirations of becoming a better medic.